Welcome back to Julie's Wreath Boutique. Today we're going to make a mesh wreath and we're going to basically do a ruffle method, but I'm not going to be cutting a bunch of pieces of this 10-inch Deco mesh. I'm going to actually do it continuously through this wreath form. This is a Dollar Tree wreath form. I really like the silver, kind of lighter color to go with a lighter mesh. If you want to use a darker mesh, you could use the dark, like black frames that Dollar Tree has as well. But I do like the Dollar Tree frame for this reason, that the bar spaces are much wider than maybe what you would typically get at maybe Hobby Lobby or Michael's. So what I want to do is, I learned this tip from one of you and I appreciate it. If you've got a tip, fill me in. Because these are pretty sharp, I'm going to just make a little dot of glue on these brackets and I'm going to just let those dry. And what I did is I went all the way around on a previous frame here. So we're ready to go with this one. So I'm going to set this one aside. And we're just simply going to take one 10-inch roll. You're going to need 2 of these for this wreath. You're not going to use quite all of it. So what I want to do here is I'm going to just cut and make that a better cut, I guess I want to say, to start my wreath out. So you're going to have your mesh kind of laying this way with like the curl side up, and I'm just going to go in between this bar and this bar. So we're going to focus on this bar right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one side of my 10-inch mesh and pull it through, and then we're going to pull it through the other side, okay? So let's just make that go out. So we're just going to keep pulling it through. And as we pull it through, it's going to kind of give a ruffle look to it. All right? And I'm just going to keep moving it down a little bit to kind of get the fullness I want for this wreath. Okay? And then you're going to kind of play with it. You're going to have to pull each side to make sure it's the same height both ways. But I'm liking how this looks, so I'm going to keep pulling. And I think that's probably going to be about enough here. Okay, so at this point, I'm not going to cut anything, okay? I'm going to pull just a little bit more. All right. I'm not going to cut anything. I'm just simply going to go to the next side. I'm going to go underneath this bracket and pull through both sides here. This is a technique you can use with like the 6-inch rolls of burlap. I just figured, wouldn't it be nice just to do it with this 10-inch and kind of get that same curl method look, but not all the work. Okay, so you're just gonna, I don't know how much I'm like using per section, but I'm just kind of playing with it, and like this needs to be pulled a little bit, and I'm just kind of scooting it down. Like this side is much shorter, so I'm going to just pull that, and I'm just going to keep pulling. All right, so if I look over here, I'm going to kind of push down the bubble there, and I'm just going to pull it. All right, so that is basically all you're going to do all the way around the wreath, okay? And you're just going to keep pulling until you get the desired look you want, okay? Because we're going to add a little bit at the end here. All right, and I will be right back. So I'm only going to do 2 sections here because I have another wreath already almost completed, and I really like that mesh a little bit better, and I only had 2 rolls of it, so I couldn't use it in the demonstration process. So we're going to pretend that we had already done this all the way around our wreath form. So basically all we're going to do is we're going to focus on the next wire that's on your frame right here, and we're going to pull it through on this side and this side. We won't do anything with this inside frame wire or this outside frame wire. So let's go ahead and do exactly what we did before. We just pulled it through. And I did add a little zip tie to where I started, so I'm going to show you that right now. So let's just pull that through, get it started. And I'm just going to take a little 4-inch zip tie and just kind of run it through the mesh itself. So it's not going to go anywhere. Alrighty. So all you're going to do is do the same thing, and you're just going to pull and form your ruffles, I guess is what you would call it, or maybe it looks more like your curls. I think this would be cute if you took this size frame and then you put like a 10-inch frame and did it as well. You could make a snowman out of this, and it might be just a little bit easier. You could use, when I make my snowman, I use an 8-inch wreath form. So you could use an 8-inch wreath form and then do some curls on the inside as well, if you wanted to try that. So I'm just pulling it through, and you're just going to play with it. And as you can see, it starts to kind of form this like ruffly look, and it just makes it really easy. So we've gotten to that bar, so we're going to go underneath that bar and pull through and create the same. You really want to try to get some good mesh too. This is stuff I purchased, I believe, from Craft Outlet. Trendy Tree has it, the Wreath Shop has it. You know, you go to Hobby Lobby and it's just not, I mean, you can definitely use that if that's what you got, but I'm not really sure how it would, you can see how I'm kind of pulling on this a good bit. So that's pretty much what you're going to have left over. I know it looks like a little bit of a mess, but trust me, we're going to bring it together. So I will be right back, and I will show you the next step as if we had completed all of the whole wreath. So here is the wreath I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you how this had a border in the mesh, and I remember getting this a few months ago, not really caring for how it kind of bubbled up on me, and I felt like I really wouldn't use it for a flower wreath, and that's kind of what I'm kind of known for. So I was trying to figure out what could we use for this. Well, you can get this at Trendy Tree. I will leave the link in the description. They have so many colors of this. I believe it's about $5, maybe $5.25 a roll. I might be wrong on that, I'm not sure. So this is what your wreath is going to end up looking like, okay? If you use like this striped 10-inch, I believe it's 10.5-inch mesh. But you can totally use just the regular poly Deco mesh if you have that, or just Deco mesh, 10 inches. Anything that's 10 inches would work and do this, give you that look. But what I like about this, I feel like we've got the ruffle look or the curl look without a lot of time and without a lot of rolling and cutting. So at the end of putting 2 rolls of this on, like I just showed you, I'm going to cut a piece of this at 14 inches. We're going to cut 6 pieces of this, and I've already got it on the majority of the wreath right now. So I'm just going to use my rotary cutter. I know I use the wood burner a lot, but for this and the way I'm doing it, I just don't feel like it's really that necessary. So of course you're going to take your rolled piece of mesh here, and I'm simply, let me grab a pipe cleaner here. I'm simply going to roll inward one side of my mesh, just a little bit, and then I'm going to start to gather. And when I get to the other side, I want to roll that side in so that the edges are going inside of your curl poof, or whatever you want to call it, so that, you know, because we didn't use a wood burner, I didn't want to get that out, it will help with the fraying, okay? And this is what I do when I actually do make my snowman wreath, I do have a link in the description of how I make my hat and my nose. I don't have a video yet of my snowman, but I pretty much do that, okay? And I will put 2 of these together, and that's what will consist of my snowman. But basically I wanted to do this because I think if you put like another wreath frame inside of it, you could fill up that gap, and there you've got the base for a snowman. So these are going to go where the brackets cross, okay? Where we have to go under that bracket, I kind of felt like it left a space. So I'm just going to take my curl that I made, and I'm going to put it in one side of this frame and on the other side. And I'm just going to pull it down, and I'm just going to twist. And I kind of feel like that kind of fills in that gap. Now, if you want to be done, say maybe put a nice pretty bow on it, you can be done at that. But because this is kind of white, this kind of gives me like the Christmas feels right now, or the holiday feels. I'm going to kind of, oh, I've got a strand here I want to cut. I'm going to decorate it for Christmas. And when I think of a white Christmas wreath, I think of like candy canes and red and white wreaths. So I will be right back, and we will decorate it. All right, so now I'm back with my ribbon, and I'm just going to use some of this white and red ribbon that I've had forever, and I'm just going to use what I have. I am not one of these people who can make this fabulous mesh wreath with like 50 different ribbons, and that's not me. So I wanted just to show you a quick and easy way so that you could make a beautiful wreath for your front door for Christmas. Do this for Easter, use a pink color, maybe use 2 different colors. Any time of the year, this base would be a really good base. And I know you can't see the whole thing in the picture. I'm just going to kind of show it to you here. But I will show you the picture at the very end of this video, and I believe I showed it at the beginning as well. But I just really think that that looks so pretty. And it's just a really nice base. And let's see how big this is. This is going to be about a 24-inch in diameter wreath for your door. So this is going to be plenty big. And you could put a sign on this. You could put a Santa face in this and put a little Santa hat at the top. Maybe we'll do that in a video. But there's just so many endless possibilities that you could do with this. So let's decorate it. So I'm going to take my ribbon, and I'm just going to I'm going to make a loop here, okay? And I'm going to just gather it, and then I'll just kind of twist that so that will be showing. And then I'm just going to make another loop, and I'm going to have glitter everywhere. It'll be in my hair. So I'm just going to gather that in the middle as well, okay? And then I'm going to cut it. So, like one side is much longer than the other. I'm going to use this white wire that I have because when I tried this with the pipe cleaners, it wasn't going through the mesh very well, so I figured I needed to get a piece of wire. I believe this is 26 gauge, but I would probably like it to be a little bit sturdier. So I'm just going to use some of these ornaments that I have. You can find these ornaments, I think, at Walmart. I got them, you know, at the end of the year, Christmas, and got them like 75% off. So I have quite a bit of these, but you could use Dollar Tree ornaments. They have some really good ornaments too. So don't spend a lot of money, just get what you can. And so what we're going to do is I'm still holding that loop, okay? And I'm going to run my wire through one ornament, and you could just do one ornament and call it a day, but I kind of like sets of 3. I don't know, that's just me. I'm gonna put another one through and one more, okay? So I'm gonna take this, we're gonna go over top of my little bow that looks like a hot mess right now, and we're going to pull it. Sorry. And my kids are upstairs. Can you hear that? I can hear that. we had this discussion. Mommy's gonna make a video. You have to be quiet, but you know, they're having fun. Okay, hope you enjoyed that little side note there. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna have to twist this and tell them to cut that out because it feels like they're bringing down the house, which I know they're not, but they're having a good time. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I've let the kids know that the jumping up and down upstairs wasn't going to work for me. But hey, this is real life, so I didn't really edit that out for you. So I made this little bow kind of section. I'm going to twist this so that the right sides are showing. And then I'm just going to, you know, I'm going to cut it like this, I think. Okay, so all I'm going to do is find a spot, and again, the red glitter is everywhere. I'm going to find a spot that I want to put it. I don't think I want to put it where I added my extra curls because I kind of like that look of those curls there. So I'm just going to take it and run my wire through. Oh, well, that's where some of the curls are too, so I don't want to do that. Okay, so we did 6 of those curls, by the way, because there were 6 brackets. So you're just going to find a spot that you want to put it in. You got to find the end. This is like white wire, and it's kind of hard to see. I'm going to run it through the mesh, okay? Yep, it's a little hard to see. Okay. And then I'm going to run it through the mesh on the other side, too, just so that we can tie it off. All right, so I've got that going, and you're not gonna pull it down too tight, guys. Just a little bit, okay? We just want it to pop and, you know, just enough of a decor. You could add flowers with this, but this is just kind of what I would do. And like I said, there are some amazing deco mesh designers out there. That's not me, but I'm just trying to give you a basic simple, easy DIY wreath that you can make yourself. I just kind of like the way that this looks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put sections of these all around the wreath. And if you wanted to, you could just do a one big bow. Really, whatever you wanted to do is fine. Here's another option that I did. I think I might add, maybe we'll do ones, maybe kind of alternate. But this one I used a pipe cleaner, so we'll just put this on real quick, and then I will show you how I did that. But with the pipe cleaner, it's a little bit trickier than the wire to get it through. So I'm just going to do that. And I feel like that's sunk down a little too much, so hold on. I don't want to sink it down quite that far. And then on these, I did like a dovetail. So let me show you how I did that one really quick, okay? So I just kind of twisted that, all right? So I took 2 pieces of 10-inch. I just cut 10-inch pieces. Scissors over wire cutters, Julie. Okay, so we just need 2 of these. There you go. And I'm going to just gather it. And so that's where we're going to put just one of our ornaments. But before we do that, let's go ahead and dovetail these, because that's what I did on the other one. So I'm going to leave a link in the description. If you're on Facebook, actually one of these is longer than the other. Let me get rid of that. I have a wreath group called Wreath Creators and More, and if you love anything crafty, we'd love to have you come and join. So I will leave that link. I also sell tutorials, and I know that I'm here on YouTube and I'm showing, you're like, Julie, you're already showing us how to make stuff. Well, there's actually premium tutorials and designs that I don't show you how to do on YouTube, but I do have tutorials, and I also have some private Facebook groups, and you can learn even more. So I'll leave those links in the descriptions too. So all I'm doing, again, I want to just kind of preface this, I am not an expert at this. I'm just going to cross those. I need to go ahead and cut a little bit of wire here. Okay. Need to find a bulb that I want to use. I think we'll use this one. And just run your wire through the bulb first. Again, Dollar Tree has great ornaments too. They are just not out at my Dollar Tree right now. I'm filming this the end of September, so they just don't have them yet for us. So I'm using what I got. Okay, so you're just going to take that and just gather it, pinch it, and then you're going to take your wire with your ornament on it, and I'm just going to, oops, come on, and then I'm just going to twist it. Probably way too much wire, but that's okay. Get rid of a little bit. So that is how I would do the one I just put on. So I'm going to make a few more of the ones that we did the 3 bulbs in, and then a couple more of these, and then we'll put it all together, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we are back. As you can see, you can't see the whole wreath, but I have all of my little bundles of ornaments and ribbon. I like it this way. If you wanted to maybe leave some off and just do a really nice bow, I will link my bow tutorial that I just did. I teach you how to do handmade bows, and I also use the Pro Bow, the hand, but you can learn how to make a bow to put on this as well. Okay, so my final little snippet, I guess, of what I wanted to add. I do want to make sure that you know that you're going to put 6 of these little curls that I did on each of these brackets. So basically, let me get this other frame. So you're going to put a curl on each of these brackets right here, okay? And that just kind of fills in the gaps from where we go underneath that bracket to add our ruffles. So at this point, I just found these little snowflakes. You can get these at the Dollar Tree or any really craft store, let's be honest. And I'm just going to kind of sneak them in between my trio, and I just kind of like, if you look, I just kind of like the look of that. It kind of adds a little bit of white. So I'm just going to put a dab of glue. I'm going to use my Sure Bonder cordless glue gun. I love this thing. I will leave a link for it in the description box below as well. So there you go. And if you want, you could add a little bit of glue if you want these bulbs to kind of connect a little bit better, but as you can see, I kind of like the looks of that. But I'm so thankful that you took the time to watch my video. I hope it was informative. I hope it was helpful, and just kind of a way to show you how you can take 10-inch mesh, which I will leave the link for this one in the description box below as well. And they have so many pretty colors. You don't have to do a Christmas one. You could do really any time of year wreath. But I hope this helps, and I will see you next time for the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe and share my videos, and that encourages me to make more. So as you can see, we've got a really cute wreath and can't wait to have it ready for Christmas. See you later. Bye.